Welcome to the morning show with Ram, where we discuss the ever-changing state of the nation. Today, we have Mr. Mata from the Department of Agriculture to help us understand the current state of sugar in the country. Good morning, Mr. Mata.
Good morning, and thank you for having me on the show.
So, sugar. It's been the talk of the town lately. It's talked about in all of the news channels. Families across the country have been wondering about it. Probably even your neighbor was discussing this with you.
Yes, they did.
Consumers have really felt the sudden surge of price. Companies and small businesses especially have also been affected by this inflation. Prices have been rapidly rising. 1 kilo of sugar costs an average of about 100 pesos. What has caused this sudden price increase?
Well, to put it simply, we have a shortage of supply.
Why are we having a shortage of supply?
This year's harvest has missed the targeted quantity of yields. A lot of factors have caused this issue. The turbulent weather conditions of the country made it difficult for the farmers to reduce the amount of damaged crops. Fertilizers has become very expensive these days, considering the current state of the world. The expensive price of fertilizer had made it quite difficult for the farmers to purchase it for crops, which inherently produced low yields. And because of the low yields, only one of the 27 mills are operating and one of 13 refineries are in operation. Because of this, we have the decision to import more sugar to meet with the demand of the market.
But I heard there was an issue with the imports.
Yes, there have been delays with the imports. During June, there was a court-ordered delay by President Manuel R. Lamata of the United Sugar Producers Federation. They ordered a TRO or temporary restraining order on the 200,000 metric tons of fine sugar, which worsened the supply-demand balance. There also have been insufficient proposed amounts of imports from the government. Recently, there has been a proposed 300,000 metric tons of sugar that has been rejected by the President Bongbong Marcos Jr. for 150,000 metric tons, which isn't enough to curb the rising prices. We hope that we can sort out the issue with imports to mitigate the current sugar crisis.
I see. Earlier, you mentioned that the supply to demand balance has become worse. Can you give an estimated amount or a number to help us visualize how bad it has gotten?
The country's demand for sugar is about 2.3 million metric tons for the past three crop years. This crop year, 2022-2023, the raw sugar output estimates are about 1.87 million metric tons, which is below the estimated 2.7 million metric tons. The projected output is the second lowest in the past 22 years. The demand for raw sugar is about 2.3 million metric tons, with an average monthly demand for raw sugar of 169,000 metric tons. For refined sugar, carryover stock was 144,000 metric tons, while estimated refined sugar production was 771,000 metric tons, giving a total refined sugar stock balance of 915,000 metric tons. However, estimated demand for refined sugar is 943,000 metric tons, with an average monthly demand of 83,000 metric tons.
That is bad. Has there any action taken by the government to combat the sugar crisis that we are having?
Yes, as I mentioned earlier, we are importing to help alleviate the rising prices, but we are experiencing some difficulties with that currently. We have also tried force retailers to reduce the price sugar to 70 pesos per kilo instead of 100. But as of now, that's about it. Right now, the best we can do is rely on imports. So we hope that we can sort out our issue with the imports to manage our current problem.
To basically summarize what we discussed tonight, today, we have a shortage of sugar due to poor crop yields because of weather and high prices of fertilizers. The low amounts of sugar doesn't meet with the demands of the market, so in turn, we have resorted to importation and enforcement of lowering prices. However, there have been issues with importation which hurts the already bad supply to demand balance. The current solution to this problem as of now is importation and forcing lower prices.
It sounds about right.
Well, thank you for joining us today and discussing about this pressing issue.
It has been a pleasure, and I hope that it helps the public to be more informed about our current predicament.
Thank you everybody who has been watching morning show and I hope you have a pleasant morning. Good morning everybody.